we doing fine. I'll be disco in. Yes. Ah, ah. How you guys doing? I love disco in every language. That was a Japanese disco song that really blew my mind. How you guys doing? This is a market brief using different tools, and I'm still bearish on the market. I don't know what's gonna happen next. Definitely have some bias. I try to be less emotional with less bias, but I'm only a human being, so I'm leaning toward more selling. I was hoping for capitulation this week, but the volume did not come. I was leaning toward the bullish side if, but that if did not come. So this is the equity put to call, and it's definitely elevated at 0.80, which shows more bearishness in the market. Unfortunately, this sentiment has got a disco signal going on, so I don't use this as a contrarian thing. It supports my thesis. So if the put to call is bearish, the bearishness continues. That's why I do the disco signal, which is the 20-day moving average and 50-day moving average only. And whenever you have a bullish crossover, that's bad for the market, and vice versa, which indicates that the trend continues. So the bearishness continued. It started. It gave me that signal 26th of April, which is really, really amazing. And it gave me that bullish signal after, during the last FOMC. And you could see how accurate this bad boy is. So we're still bearish on the crossover, which is the disco signal. Yet there's some ray of hope here. It's hooking down, but we don't know what's going to happen. Sometime the hook's down, then it goes back up. So I talked about the equity put to call. Let me talk about TLT. TLT is really getting a lot of action now, and it might gives us an indication that the inflation might have peaked, or maybe pricing in a recession. I really don't know the future. I'm just trying to speculate. All I know is the chart is showing me bullishness in TLT. So we had a low and a lower low in the price action, and we had low and a higher low in the RSI, stochastic, and a MACD, and a bullish MACD. And this is definitely a disco combo. 3 bullish indicators at the same time. And also we may have started we might have ended, let me do that, the downtrend for TLT. The only thing I don't like about TLT right now is the RSI dipped here in the 9th of May. So usually you have to test the low, and the price action and the RSI must be elevated over 30 years. So this might be the required test right here. See, you went up and you tested it with elevated RSI, but it's still an if. I don't feel comfortable, but it's still an if. We might test this, or we might not. But according to my Elliott wave, we might go through 1, 2, and we're gonna start the third, which is a stronger one usually. So the only thing I don't like is the RSI going below 30, but this might explain the testing right here. So usually before a trend ends, whether it's up or down, you have severe negative divergences or positive divergences in many indicators, and this would happen. And you might have beautiful Japanese candles that, that ends that thing. We have a bullish engulfing, and boom, we got some resistance here, and we went down, and we went back up with force. This is beautiful in an impulsive wave. So this is the daily time frame for TLT. Look at the weekly time frame. And if you, yeah, I usually do this stuff. I usually try to do Elliott wave, sometimes ABCs, try to find places where the buyers gather, maybe moving average, Fibonacci retracement, extension, price memory. I try, we don't know the future. We just try to speculate. Okay, so A, B, C. A is the low of 15th of March 2021. The B is the high of 29th of November 2021. And this is the low, which was in the week of May, 9th of May 2022. Okay, so this is the first time we have two up weeks since the top, November 21, 2021. So that's definitely a bullish thing. And it's always definitely also when you have an ABC and you have a Fibonacci extension, the invisible price memory, which is, to me, that's also very, very bullish. And also when you have a tremendous, amazing support that goes back years. See, this never goes away. This consolidation that took place for 2 years, never goes away. That's why we bounce from this zone, okay? So ABC, Fibonacci extension, price memory, and also, which is the most important thing, I did not find this in the market. You must have a capitulation volume. You must have it, at least for me. I might be wrong, and I've been wrong all the time. Yet I have to stick to my plans. You must have capitulation volume, and you have it here. Unfortunately, you don't have it in the market. So I really believe through and through that we peaked in the 30-year or 20-year plus yields. I really believe that we peaked. And as a result of that, I really believe that we bottomed in the longer duration bonds. I really do. Okay, so I did the ABCs. I did the mini Elliott wave for TLT. Now let me look at the Elliott wave. Even though I stopped using Elliott wave for sometimes because it gives me thesis, but sometimes you ought to use it. Okay, so we have we peaked in March 2020, and that was the final wave up. Then we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no violation in Elliott wave rules with this count at all. And also, the duration is typical. That downtrend, bear market, call it what do you want to call it. This lasted for almost 26 months from the peak of March 2020 to the bottom of, I think it's the bottom, I really don't know, but I think it's the bottom of March, the week of March 9th, 2022. Okay. Also, this type of duration took place in the past in a beautiful, not perfect, nothing is perfect in life, but the duration repeated itself in the past with the same psychology. People thought the bonds will melt down many, many times in the past, and it did not. And people were calling about the bond bubble, but it never bursts. And I think we bottomed based on my Elliott wave, 5 waves down. It's completed ABC, Fibonacci extension. I talked about the daily time frame. Also, now let me talk about the SPY. We did an amazing. The SPY. We did an amazing, beautiful bounce last Friday. Yet it did not satisfy my volume capitulation. Did not satisfy it. I'm really sorry. I really would love to be bullish. I swear to God. I started my bias 2 weeks ago being bullish, but I couldn't. It's a beautiful, beautiful, amazing candle that usually have a follow through, but the volume is anemic, and also the different indicators suggest a continuation of the downtrend, and it could be explained that it could have been a short covering rally. Okay, this is an anemic volume for a tradable bottom. Okay, this is a capitulation right here in late Feb. This is a capitulation in 24th of January. See what I'm talking about? Look at this one right here compared to this one. Okay, look at this one right here. And this is an amazing candle too, with high volume. We need the high volume. I'm really sorry. I'm not going to believe in this stuff without a high volume. Okay, you need, see who's selling right now? The investors. Us traders, we sell buy all the time. The investors are selling and buying. They really try to pick a bottom because they are passive investors. So they are the one who's doing this volatility. So the investors did not give in right here. I'm telling you right now, they did not give in. Okay. Also, if you look at the indicators, the stochastic is below 20, which is not good. Bearish MACD. Yet we have beautiful, amazing, bullish divergence in the RSI. You could rely on, but if we had high volume, I would really be extremely bullish right here with this beautiful candle. But without the high volume, I'm really sorry. I really am sorry. So let's look at the weekly time frame for this buy. Okay. Let's look at the volume. Anemic volume. Embarrassing. That's not a capitulation type of volume at all. And also, we are below 20 in the stochastic for the weekly time frame. And this always spells trouble in the past. It didn't happen that much in the past. It always spells trouble with a bearish MACD going below the zero line, which is not good. Look at the capitulation here, the volume. Look at the volume here. Look at the volume here. And as I said earlier, we had better capitulation volume here. And we had a bounce. Okay. This one it was 1 day capitulation. But so okay, as far as the chart is concerned, we are going through head and shoulder, and we definitely are breakdown mode. So if history repeats itself, we are going down. Yet I usually don't like obvious patterns. This is what I always believe. The bear trap might take place. Yet this was a good bullish candle last week, not this week, the end of the week. And if we close below this one, usually when you close below a beautiful hammer like this one, the waterfall starts like what happened here. Okay, so overall, I'm really cautious on the market. I liked the candles for last week. I did not like the volume. We did not have capitulation yet. In TLT, we had this capitulation. Please like if you like, share, subscribe, and do remember, the disco is forever.